cold wood. The very same way of referring to necrophilia. I just made a joke that morbid on a game this cheery on the introduction panels with the developers as, we're breaking new ground. And wherever I go, I leave my yarn behind. However, if I were to backtrack, I can recollect my yarn. So basically, from this point forward, I'm just consistently losing more of myself the more I progress. Oh, that's sad. That's some Back to the Future shit, only the future's the present and all our relatives and loved ones are dead. That's the message here, ladies and gents. It's all about living a life once gone. You can't take the ones you love with you, but you can hold on to the memory of them. It's not a joke, really, is it? That's actually just that's just the message. What? Did you see that shit? This little thing just tried to catch that butterfly. It's got murderous tendencies right out of the gate. It tried to kill that thing without not so much of an introduction. It looks like this little bit of yarn is yearning for some murder. Oh, I think your yarn got stuck on something. That's probably got a lot to do with the fact. Oh. I need more yarn. So clearly the solution here isn't to make sure that my entrails are not bleeding out everywhere and I just decay and decompose as I progress, but it's to steal yarn from other things. Clearly that's the solution. Is this just a cute and kind way of showing the story of a vampire? Because I'm seeing the metaphors here. The longer I live, the further I go, the more I decay and lose myself. And then I just found what you thought to be a random lawn ornament and found some yarn and took it to regenerate myself so I could continue to live. When in actuality, this is all a fever dream. That old lady was the victim. I just sucked the blood, and now I, Lord Dracula of the Dark Knight, can continue my murderous ways as I frolic on with my newfound yarn. I'm seeing through your shit, game. You're not fooling me. And now I'm seeing an apparition of a golfer made up of fuzzy was. And I just consumed it. I just sucked it up like the dust under the carpet with a vacuum, with like not even a second thought. This vampire theory of mine is ringing truer and truer with each bell. Oh, and surfaces that glitter. It's a Twilight vampire. We're getting closer. So I've made my own little yarn trampoline, and it's just that simple. Nature is my plaything. I'm gonna find a bird's nest, I'm gonna take a shit in it, aren't I? Oh! I appear to have made a diddums. I now need to stay on this apple before it floods and I die. Oh dear. Well, we found ourselves in quite the pickle, haven't we? So now we're even more of a vandal, and now we're just running around and ruining people's property. And now I have a tricycle with a box at the back, and I'm going to break out of a gate and possibly run myself over. That's it. I'm surfing on a tricycle, I'm leaving the garden, I've stolen someone's property, I'm never going to be seen again, I'm going to crash, I'm going to die, and my yarn is still lasting longer than it ever should have done, and now I'm a frail old man, and now I just stole someone's tricycle. Is this... I know I'm supposed to be the good guy here. I know I'm all cute and cuddly and shit, but I just stole someone's trike. That of a small child, most likely. Now there's an apparition of a child near a treehouse, and I just absorbed that as well. I consume everything that I encounter. I tie knots in every tree, bush, weed, and goddamn tricycle that I can find. I steal all the fucking yarn I can only imagine belonged to the old woman. She wish she had a nice thing of sewing going on in all the different parts of the house, and I'm just going around stealing everything. The lesson here, the moral of the story is, and I mean this truthfully, don't judge a book by its cover. Just because something's cute as shit does not mean that it cannot be evil incarnate. Oh, I just bonked my own head, and there was no problem with that apparently. Kind of sad. Would have liked it if there was a repercussion for. Hang on, what is that a hedgehog? Is that Sonic? It's Sonic. There you go. I nailed it. I mean, I've tied myself to a goddamn little bit of a tire there, but who cares? I've been cut off from the rest of me. I have been severed from what I once was. The disconnect is there. The realization of the true horrors of the world has become, and my innocence has died, and I am now an adult. The child inside me is gone. That's the metaphor right there. The window came, snapped down on the yarn. You're no longer what you once were. It's a brand new beginning of realization that the world is a horrible place. Whee! Got ya. The world is my plaything. Ain't no one gonna stop me, no point any high. Whoa. Well, I guess it's true. You reap what you sow. Because after tying myself to a whole bunch of weed, I see myself getting progressively higher and higher. A fucking 5-year-old could have come up with that. 5-year-old. Just the best comedian on the face of the earth. Right here, coming at you live at the low, low price of all of your expectations. Let's go fly a kite and end this story. It's a Mary Poppins song. Don't copyright me. And it ain't the end of the story. I am, however, making true my promise of flying high. Oh! That was the time where I should have let go. Whoops. Thank you, Checkpoint, for not punishing me for being as observant as a blind man in the middle of a goddamn molehill. Am I? Oh, I'm actually flying it. I'm sorry, I was just going on autopilot. Oh. Oh, God. You see, I thought that was just one of those things that was going to take me to a destination and I was done, but no, I'm actually flying the kite. Little yarn man, even though we're going to the sea and I thought I was going to make a yar pirate joke, it appears that I was in fact wrong, and we're actually a pilot, and we might as well be known as a TIE fighter. Get it? Because you can use yarn to tie a knot. The best jokes are the ones you got to explain. I mean, I didn't know if you know, it's this new wave of comedy, a new renaissance where the point is completely missed until you take the viewer's face and you just cram it in there, and then they get it, and then they don't laugh because they're just in horrible amounts of pain with the fucking awfulness of the joke. You know, with how long it took me to get back up there climbing my own essence, I think it's safe to say I'm in needle of an elevator. There you get it. It's a sewing joke. It doesn't end. It just doesn't end, and I'm not sorry. Is that a goddamn crab? Can the crab kill me? Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, it can, and yes, it's morbid. Good grief. I was expecting it to be, like, slightly funny. Ended up feeling quite bad about it by the end of it, actually. That was a horrible, horrible mistake. Although for a while, didn't think it could get me.
Look at you. You can't even get me, you silly little...
Whoa, Jesus Christ. Considering what you're made of, I think you just got a concussion. Get it? It's a little cushion. Made of yarn. It's just... That came right to me. No effort. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Now, bird, I'm completely friendly. Don't sweat it. It's... Is it the bad joke, or is it the fact that I'm a living incarnation of yarn that scared you off? Here you go, Mr. Crab. Leave me be. I'm completely on your side. Oh dear. Oh lord. It's okay though. Because my checkpoint defies... I'm sorry, I'm still kind of reeling from the fact I just got whacked into a cave by a crab. Is it in here? Is it gonna come? Oh. And now I just feel horrible. I have imprisoned a crab. I don't feel good about what I just did. Oh, and we're off. We interrupt this episode to bring you a quick promotional message. If you did indeed enjoy this, then please do like the video, let me know, and I shall make more of it. Or at the very least, leave a little bit of a like for the appreciation of the variation. And also, while I have you here, I'm going to have to recommend that you go ahead and watch Finpire. One of the nicest people I've had the pleasure of meeting through YouTube, and his content reflects it beautifully. I'd honestly recommend you go watch his stuff. It's wonderfully uplifting and enjoyable. And also, if I may be so bold, I'm going to have to ask of you to follow me on Twitter. Even though Twitter apparently is going to the absolute depths of hell by being updated into a pile of poop, you can keep up to date with my stuff and things, and maybe and updates, jokes, me being a bitch, all of that and more. With that awful plug aside, I now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. I have less than 10 hours left. But how many hours do I have? Less than 10 does not necessarily mean more than 2. Is this a guessing game? Have I got to unravel the mystery of how much time is left in my trial? Then again, I could be completely wrong, and this really is just what it seems. I am just a yarn man running around really as a yarn man, in which case, maybe you should stop leaving yourself to just unravel across everywhere. You're gonna trip someone up. Best case scenario, worst, you're dead. You need the yarn to live. Stop leaving it behind. It's funny, because you interact with it by holding B. What the fuck next? I'm gonna find a corpse of a specific insect. I'm gonna drag that round as well. Is that it? Whee! Whee! The sea. Life is better down where it's wetter under the sea. Oh, it's a fucking crab. What's that? Get it out of my face. It's gonna snip my hand. Get away. I mean, there's gotta be something, right? You won't give me a way to get back up if there wasn't a reason to go down. Wee-ha! Oh, maybe I'm completely wrong. Fair enough. Wee. Am I dead? No. But I am soggy, and that's cute as hell. It's little things. Wait, you notice how his ears perk up and he gets rid of the water? It's cute. I like this game. Dear developers, and I made an awful necrophilia joke about name your studio, but I fucking love you. Oh god! Oh lord! What? Come on, I was right there! Oh, don't you dare swindle me, I was fine! Oh! There you go. Now you can kill me. Do you remember the part where I was making jokes constantly? Or relatively constantly from your perspective, because you don't know how much I get out of these recordings. Do you remember that? I haven't done that for like 10-20 minutes. I've just been playing this. This game is so fun. That's all I gotta say about it. No, I could have just jumped that inside. I could have just ran across, for all intents and purpose. I really could. I could have just ran across. That would have proved my point. I could have just ran across. Oh, no, I couldn't. That was cool though, and cute, and adorable, and I liked it, and I like this game. It's... Oh, what do you mean by now? I already did by now! Yeah, the trial tells me to buy it, but I've already bought it, and I can't keep playing. Why don't you release the game now? I wanna keep playing. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, at the stop. That was really good. I don't know why the trial said you've got less than 10 hours when it just limits you in terms of your availability to the game as opposed to the time you're playing, so that was weird. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it being released. I don't know if I'll make another episode on it, because I kind of ran out of jokes and I was just enjoying it too much passively by the end. I'm sure there'd be levels that would be worth making jokes about, or at least observational humour, but yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of this. I'd recommend people get this, to be honest. I would. It's fun and satisfying. It's just good. 10 out of 10. Great game. Maybe not 10 out of 10 because it's not perfect, but you know, no game's perfect. I'm just giving it to this because I just really enjoyed it. I think it's worth the money.